currently. Chris on Tyrande for Dignitas, Nurok on Sergeant Hammer, Linked on Malfurion, Tomzia on Vala, the new player for them, the tryout for today. We have Blood Dragon on ETC, and to the right side of the map, in red it is Diablo, played by Blaze Mage, Full Metal on Zagara, Ashbringer on Brightwing, Rashaku on Jaina, and Suthu on Tassadar. Cursed Hollow is the map. And as you could already hear, I'm not casting alone. I'm today casting with Tetcher. So welcome to the stream, and we're going to bring you the coverage of our first game here.
Yeah, and
I hope you remember the pronunciation.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to. It's Steph, right? Something
yeah, exactly. You got that down perfectly. I'm really impressed.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Pretty good start here. I mean, like, right now we already have a few adjustments from the builds. We don't see Conjurer's Pursuit on the side of Malfurion here for Dignitas, but instead it's the Scouting Drone. Gets so much more popular these days, and I really like this. Vision is, of course, what you really aim for, and that's also one of the reasons why we see a lot of Zagaras aiming more for their Creep Tumor builds.
Yeah, a lot of Zagara's going for the Creep Tumor, and we can see that Zagara has in fact started off with the Reconstruction, but to be fair, there aren't too many great options for Zagara level 1 in terms of talents.
Yeah, it's definitely true. The thing is, like, some of the Zagaras even go for the level 4 and level 7 talent for the creep spread, even if you don't go for the one at 4, but go for the Needle Spines instead. Usually on level 7 by now we have the Endless Creep regardless. And if you have a good Zagara in your team, it is crazy how much vision she can get for the team.
This is true, which is why the level 4 talent is actually so nice for that, but Needle Spines is just a great ability. On the very odd occasion, not so much nowadays. It happened a little bit back in the day, we'd see in Venom, but no one's willing to take that risk these days.
Yeah. And in the mid lane, we have Chris going up against the... And currently we have... even going for the pink Billy Mount. Look at that guy. He's just showing us his feminine side today on his Tyrande. I have to admit that I really like the Master Skin on her, though.
So do I. I really wanted to go for it, and I got my Tyrande, I think, up to level 8, and then the Warden skin came out, and I was like, okay, yeah, I just have to buy this.
No, to be absolutely honest with you, right now I don't even invest in Master Skins. I'm nearly at 100,000 gold already because I just refuse to buy heroes with gold these days.
That's all
I'm
I
very
use my gold for.
That at some point Blizzard is going to give me a bundle that only contains heroes. Then I can buy that bundle with real money, and then I will dump all my 100,000 in Master Skins. It's going to happen one of these days, but I'm waiting for it for like 4 months now already.
I think I have like 10 Master Skins now, but I have 17k gold and no one else at level 10 to get a Master Skin on. Blood Dragon getting focused down pretty hard here. There is a Hunter Killer on him and the Envenom from Brightwing, and he does go down.
Yeah. There's beef on the table right now. They wanted to have some burgers. Rashaku, Ashbringer, and Full Metal. I have to say these names are awesome, by the way.
Same.
Ashbringer, Full Metal, Rashaku. They're really good. They're very intimidating. I like it.
Second someone like Tyrion comes out for this game, then Ashbringer's name is just going to be so relevant.
Exactly. And you know what? Like, compare that to just what you'd see. Compare that to Blood Dragon. Hi, I'm 12 years old and I need an intimidating nickname. I will never stop making fun of that nickname.
It needs about 3 more X's and a number at the end, though, to be honest.
1337 or 666, one of the two. But yeah, jokes aside, boys, we have level 6 for both of the teams, and right now the fort going down at the bottom lane, and up to the top we saw the same thing. So the tri lanes for both of the teams doing their job, and now they will start to rotate towards camps here. We have a level 4 already in the game with a double Envenom, even Brightwing going for Envenom, and also Jaina. Both of the heroes usually not with Envenom being the standard first pick on level 4, but that of course gives them a lot of damage for the first tribute fights now.
Yep, so that is pretty interesting, though. Having a look at Sergeant Hammer, she also started off with a interesting level 1 talent with the Resilient, which makes quite a bit of sense considering the Apocalypse combo that could be coming out from the side of Fakers here. So it makes a bit of sense to run the Resilience and Maelstrom Shells just to get that extra range.
Oh. I like the build on Sergeant Hammer actually a lot. Most of the teams go for that, especially when you're up against the Malfurion. I feel it's so valuable because those roots are just annoying as hell when they hit you. And of course, as you mentioned, we have that Apocalypse comp, and also Brightwing when it's critterized, and then later they can help out with.
Does it work with Brightwing? Because Polymorph takes you out of siege mode, and Resilient only works when you're in siege mode.
I actually thought it did.
I'm not sure.
I actually thought that it helped you with that. Because at the beginning I thought it wouldn't really work with roots either, even though it was in the tooltip, but it does. So yeah, it might actually not work with polymorph. I just assumed because it's another disable. Fight in the top lane, by the way. Oh, and so far, I have to say that the Meteor Fakers are so far doing a pretty decent job here. I've never heard of the boys, but they are not doing too badly here against Team Dignitas.
Yep, Tyrande with a good harass there, though, on to Rashiku, sorry, just to deny that tribute for a little bit longer, but they have to give it up in the end anyway. And just heading back to lanes, soaking up XP. They have a pretty big XP lead for now. Not yet a level lead, but if they keep it up this way, it will definitely turn into one very soon.
Yeah, and at this point we have also Endless Creep. We've been talking about this already a bit, so the map vision is really great. Zagara has been doing quite a good job. This is definitely no Jadong level creep spread just yet, but she could definitely work on that. So we're having at the same time now the rest of the talents coming into play. Diablo is going for that battle momentum. As you can see, the trade for Jaina, which is kind of the standard these days. We oftentimes even see the full trade build, at least for the first 3 levels here. So a bit of an advantage here for Dignitas, but so far it's one tribute for a tribute.
Yep, but Dignitas definitely can make it back as they will hit a level, or they'll get very close to level 10 by the time the next tribute does spawn, so it's more than likely they will be able to take control of that. Both bruiser camps are now on the board. Diggs is a little further forward. We are seeing some teams waiting it out for a bit, and Linked just dropping a scouting drone, but that's going to be cleared up very quickly by Full Metal.
Yeah, and Full Metal is still spreading that creep, making sure that his team has perfect vision about what's going on at those tribute spots, so doing very well with that. Nuruk in the back is starting to dish out the damage against the Bruiser camp in the mid lane, and level 10 now hits much faster for Dignitas, with, of course, Stage Dive, Starfall, Tranquility. Vala, in this case, I mean, they don't really have a stun comp, I want to say, so I would think that Strafe would be pretty good, but then again you go up against Brightwing, who has that polymorph, and yeah, he usually saves that for Vala if she goes for Strafe, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Rain of Vengeance instead.
Yeah, we are in fact seeing Brightwing going for the Emerald Wind here, so adding even more CC, and yeah, we do see Vala go for the Rain of Vengeance because of this, as there's so much CC heroics on the side of Fakers now.
There's nothing more annoying than playing Vala, going into a strafe, and the first thing that happens is that Brightwing, who you didn't see, just polymorphs you, and you're just like sitting there like, aww.
Yeah, and it doesn't even interrupt it like you do it with Mosh Pit as well. It's nothing more frustrating as an ETC as firing out your Mosh Pit and having it cancelled as it activates, not during the wind-up, so it doesn't go back on cooldown.
Yeah. It's really sad. Well, right now we have golems pushing for both of the lanes, and especially at the bot lane. There's a 5-man push happening. This is a lot of pushing power with 3 heroes trying to defend. They need to be super careful, especially on his Tassadar, because he got very lucky that he didn't get rooted a second ago. That would have meant sure death for him.
He would have had his dimensional shift, so he would have been able to escape, but there's a good chance that everyone else would have engaged on him the second that was gone, just as he doesn't have his escape. And he does get rooted there. He's on the run, pops his shield as well. He's not going to get caught, and oh my god. Barry Moore goes down, but there's no follow-up to it. Managed to get the golem in it, though.
Yeah, that was a little bit sad. I mean, Diablo, apparently they didn't really communicate well with him. I'm wondering right now if they are in voice. I would have expected him to go for his Apocalypse even though he was at the top lane. That could have given a kill too.
Does make a difference. And, oh, here we go. Dignitas going for the engage, and there's the full combo. Rain of Vengeance goes onto... And we're going to see Ratiko trying to get out, but there's the stun from Tyrande. Where's the follow-up? Owl? No. Owl for the kill?
Owl?
No, there's a Moonfire. No, we're not seeing it.
Trying to go for the Moonfire kill, but yeah, that Rain of Vengeance hit 2 heroes twice. That was really, really good. Perfect, of course, location.
Oh my god.
Full Metal gets locked down and taken out, and the curse also upon the team in red here. Diablo is playing his own game right now. He's just like...
Don't worry, guys, I got this.
I got this, exactly.
I'll split push their base. We are seeing, there's a stage dive coming in, and Rashiko getting focused down. Blood Dragon, separated from the team, though, gets tackled on by Blaze Mage, but he's just fighting at this out, and just power sliding his way out before he takes too much damage. Dignitas definitely getting this keep, and now they're just going to back out. Playing it safe, everyone's respawned except for Jaina, but they don't want to take the risk.
Yeah, they got a 2-level advantage here. There's no need for them to risk anything. That level 13 talent is, of course, great, but once you hit 16, you get an even bigger boost, so that's great. Tyrande has now Overflowing Light, which helps a lot with the healing power, of course. We're having the Ice Block, which makes Malfurion such a great healer as well. And, of course, Frost Shot, which gives you so much crowd control in those fights, especially when you're going up against someone like Diablo. It's going to be pretty difficult for him to get away once he's slowed down.
Absolutely, and there's always the chance that if your hammer wants to go a little bit greedy, she can take the Executioner in the upcoming level 16 and combo that with Frost Shots to deal what I believe is described as massive damage.
Yeah, pretty much. I actually really like when you go for Sergeant Hammer together with Jaina and you just like go for Executioner, because Jaina makes sure that everybody on the opponent's team just the entire time is chilled and really slowed. So that talent is crazy. Sergeant Hammer, they are definitely pals.
Yeah, Blazemade is having some trouble getting past his teammates here. They've actually body blocked him away from this Bruiser camp, and because of that, Chris is going to come in and go for the steal, and he gets it.
Yeah, gets the steal, forces them back, and the Greek team is having a tough time here. And of course for Dignitas, I mean, they're in a spot right now where they don't really need to be aggressive. They are close to level 16, so half a level away. They don't even have to fight. They can just like lay back for now if they want to, but they are still poking, and with Nurok, there's no downside to it as long as they don't overextend here.
Yep, seeing a bit of harassment, but they have the Tyrande on their team. She can just walk near and heal up and save their big heals on Linked for when they actually engage. Nice double stun there out of Tyrande. No follow-up on it, but it's just going to get very, very annoying for Meteor Fakers here.
Yeah, they're losing the walls now. 16 is going to appear on the board any second now. 4 kills against 1 overall in the game. And Meteor Fakers already knows that if they don't engage now, they will have to fight with the talent disadvantage. And that's the case as we speak. Hovering Siege mode is being chosen. True Shot Aura, Blood for Bloods. We have also Hardened Focused. And on ETC, in this case, Stone Skin. Pretty tricky at this point for Meteor Fakers to do anything here. That keep is most likely going to fall if Dignitas is going to commit to it.
Yep, Nurok did get polymorph there, and I don't think it does affect it, because he wasn't in it for very long. He gets tackled onto, and he's boosting his way out. He is going to escape. Never mind, he's in the maw, but that means the Apocalypse doesn't go off on 3 of them. Blood Dragon getting dropped so low, he will go down? Probably? Maybe? No. Are you serious?
Blood Dragon saying like, nope. I died already once. I didn't like it. I don't do it again.
He's going back in. Down goes Rashko. It's just Blaze Mage left. He gets face melted, and he does not have those 100 souls, so he will be dead for a long time. Linked, able to back out. Tom's the only one who died in that.
Yeah. And that was quite something. I mean, ETC should have died. They should have focused him. And if you run Diablo together with the Zagara, the idea is, of course, always to hit that Maw before you go for the Apocalypse. In this case, the Maw actually prevented the Apocalypse from hitting 3. So not really the best setup for them. And as it happens, that's also the end of the game. We're having Dignitas taking match number 1 here at the Go4Heroes tournament. And yeah, eliminating Meteor Fakers from the tournament.
Yep, very well played by them. And yeah, that went quite well. I do have to say, why didn't they just turn onto the ETC? They probably would have still lost the fight anyway, but it would have been an extra person down. Maybe Diablo would have been able to back up and do some kind of defense.
I have only one explanation. Pity. It's the only thing that I can come up with. I mean, 3 heroes were already mauled. He was the only one standing there. And they're just like, nah. We don't feel like it.
I like Haunted in the chat. The new reverse Maw Apocalypse combo. No one expects it. You Apocalypse, then you Maw, so it doesn't hit them.
Dude, I casted a game. I'm not gonna say names, but like I casted a game the other day. It was actually a final, all right. And we had one team go for Maw and Apocalypse, and they managed to screw up 5 more Apocalypse in a row. It was unbelievable. I don't know what was wrong at that day. Maybe their TeamSpeak server crashed. I have no clue. But for some reason, the coordination between them was god-awful. And it went to a point where I was like, this has to be on purpose. Like, there's something I don't know. I'm missing a shift in the meta. There is some reason why you would cast Apocalypse and Maw at the same time. Maybe to zone them out. And I was really desperately trying to find explanations.
It's not hard to time.
Because